Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. We're going to have a look at a 2013 Hilux with 230 or something odd thousand k's thereabouts. One of the first tips I'm going to show you. This one, it had a catch can and he decided to get rid of it. I don't know why he'd do that. I think he said he's been watching a lot of my videos and it makes sense. And a lot of people are asking, if you've got the catch can, what they do is they often take that metal pipe there off out of the way. So I'm going to get you the part number for that in a minute, you know, if you can see it there. Right, but we'll get in there in a minute. But the catch can connects to the valve cover there, right? When they, you know, obviously when it's got one, but usually you can see that there's a bit of angled rubber there that comes off the valve cover. Then the pipe, there's a bolt that bolts it to the, so that bolt there, that bolts it to the head, and it goes straight into a rubber boot down there. When they fit the catch can, sometimes they just take that rubber off over in here and whatever. Sometimes they get rid of the pipe. And I think they just throw it over their shoulder. I think they're worth, what, 70 bucks or something? 40.
The pipe's worth 40.
40 bucks for the pipe. There you go. And you've got to get the bolt, or you can get a suitable. It'll be a M8 bolt, but that looks like the proper bolt for it as well. And the little rubber there, that's about 7 or 8 bucks or something like that if you haven't got that at the top. So part number for those that, you know, having trouble getting their Toyota dealer to look it up, 12229 30040. So hopefully people can find that. We'll call the video maybe getting rid of a catch can, not just inspection. So having a bit of a look around on this one, it looks very good and clean so far for 230,000 k's. Typical awesome Toyota 1KD FTV, but we'll have a bit of a look around and we'll let you know if there's anything else that you need to know about that you can keep an eye out for on your vehicle or a vehicle you're looking at purchasing. Okay, so awesome Hilux is only 8 years old. Most of the tyres on it are 2018, so they've been replaced, but I looked at this tyre and I looked at the inside the rubber and I sort of went, oh, you know, so it's all sort of cracked and deteriorated. So I went, it's getting a bit old, maybe you should replace it, you know, and it was probably around here in this sort of, what position was it? Let me have a look, because this is important. Actually, it was around here and I went, oh, and it's wearing a lot on the inside edge, right? But there's more information I'll show you in a minute. So then I went for the date. And just for those people that don't know the date, there's a stamp on here. There's a few stamps that look like that, but what this is saying, it's manufactured in the 5th week of 2005. So someone sourced an old tyre, maybe an old wheel from somewhere. Anyway, have a look at this. I'm going to spin it up and show you. Okay, check this out, right? So we've got this wear on the inside edge. Normally, tyre wear like that would be caused, look, camber and caster doesn't wear tyres as much as it makes it look like it does, but it can contribute to pulling and then you're steering against it. So maybe it does, but it doesn't. It's more of a toe-in problem or worn suspension components usually. But have a look at this. We're going to spin it around. So we've got, it's quite worn on one side, right? But as you come around, there's more and more tread the further you come around. Once you get around to about here, it looks like a normal tyre almost, right? Have you seen that before? I've seen, you know, so the people in the video, I'm talking to you, have you seen that before? Is anyone else here that's seen that before? So we see it in waves sometimes where it's wavy, and it's a lot to do with the suspension. It is old and flogged, 230,000 k's on original suspension, the shockers and the struts. The struts are to control the spring, and they're just worn out and they're not doing that job. So the vehicle, the tyre's kind of like bouncing around here. You can see here on the bald section, there's a bit of a high spot here and a low spot there, high spot here, low spot there, high spot here, low spot there, and so on. And not only does it continue that pattern on the other side of the tyre, so this would be driving absolutely terrible, I'd imagine. So anyway, let's have a look underneath the rest of the vehicle. So it's here mainly for the inspection to see where it's at, what needs to be done. And we've had a quick look underneath and there's not much, and it's good that he's removed the bash plates. So if you want to book in for an inspection and you want to remove the bash plates, that's awesome because we can obviously see more. So about 230, what was it?
227.
227, so you heard it directly from A instead of via B to C and all that. Bone dry, you know, awesome engines. Bone dry, like usual, I'll say like usual. Any mess here would be from someone doing oil changes normally. Hilux made in Thailand, original suspension, obviously not working too well. CV boots and everything all good. The bushes in the Hiluxes seem to be holding together better than the Prados, I'll be quite honest. We don't see as many Hiluxes for inspection, so if you've got a nice clean Hilux and you love it and you want to bring it in, at least so we can do the quick inspection and let you know where it's at, what needs to be done, direct you to somewhere to get the work done right. No oil leaks at the axles or anything like that. No oil leaks at the, you know, you can see the the shockers and stuff. There's just nothing to see here, you know. The brakes are okay, there's a couple of mil there, so they'll be okay till the next service. Not that we're doing a service, but they're okay for now. Diff breather's been added, that's a bit tight on the, that's pulling quite tight on the diff there, so I'd probably maybe slide that down through the zip tie a little bit. Diff breather, we're not saying you need diff breathers, we don't use diff breathers on our vehicles. We don't see water in diffs on vehicles that don't have diff breathers, so we're not selling you those. Just looking at that rubbish up there, but it's all good. It's going to be some leaves and crap. Okay, so nothing to see here. 2013 Hilux. Brakes. They look alright. CVs. Bit of mud around. Bone dry on the transmission. The pan's all original, hasn't been off. That's how we like to see it. Probably just needs some oil changes. Definitely worth flushing the transmission. The starter motor's been changed. Looks like the diff breathers have been added recently. And with the degreaser, probably a bit more rinsing, because I reckon that's the degreaser. That yellowy, white, creamy coloured stuff hanging off that insulation at the back there. So a bit more water with the rinsing the degreaser off. Other than that, this is in really awesome condition, so we'll probably make him an offer to purchase it, because it's one of the good ones. Possibly at some stage it hit a small roo down low and maybe had the bar replaced here, because it's in pretty good condition. You can see it's had some repairs, some scratches over the top of that, and because the condenser for the aircon has been pushed in slightly in the middle. You could straighten it out, but I'd suggest not touching it is the best option. Anyway, pretty boring inspection video because there's nothing to see. So on this vehicle, it needs new shockers. You can put in a lift kit, or you can just replace the shockers or struts or coilovers, right? Probably the BFE, because the drive belt was deteriorated and cracked. And of course, if you watched our video, the 2007 120 Prado that had the massive blow-by and the engine failed at 230,000 Ks, well, this is right about there. So I'd be recommending getting the injectors out, changing those seats, and of course the injectors will be worn. He's also talking about a bit of a rattle. We're about to take it for a drive and see what it's like. So that's it on this one, a quick inspection. If you like that and that it helped you with some information, what to look for when you're purchasing a vehicle, or what to look out for on your vehicle, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe, turn the bell on, more information videos coming your way. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.